Hello, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona. And today I am going to show you something super fun today, which is July 1st, if we can believe that or not. Boy, June flew by like crazy. But today, July 1 of 2025, Stampin' Up! Released a whole brand new release of online exclusives, which means you won't find them in any catalog. It allows Stampin' Up! To be a little bit more fluid and to offer more products more frequently. And in this online exclusive release, you'll see things for fall, for Halloween. If you like Halloween, if you love Halloween, you need to pop on and see the online exclusives, because that's where you're going to get your Halloween products from. Hey Beth, thanks so much for joining. There's a brand new kit that released today, two actually, one birthday, but one Halloween treat boxes. So again, if you're for Halloween, you need to check on that. There's also Christmas, holiday, birthday, all occasion, tons of stamp sets, dies, papers, embellishments, you name it. So today I was going to take advantage of the online exclusive offer, because I bought a few of the stamp sets. I'm going to show you one today, as well as Christmas in July. I won't do all Christmas this month, but I will offer some of the options. So if you're looking to get started on your holiday cards, you can look at those online exclusives and get started. Anyway, enough chatting. Let me pop down and show you what I've been working on. Got to see my face there. I was just going to ask Beth. I know Beth lives in Tucson, and supposedly last night there was a great big storm or haboob that went through with a bunch of dust. How did that go? Hey, Brenda, thanks for popping in. I know when we got up this morning, our umbrella was upside down in the pool. We did not hear it blow or anything, and it's 91 degrees out already today. Hey Brenda, I'm so glad you ordered your Halloween already. That is awesome. So what I am going to be working with today is the hi Fran, thanks for popping in, the Jar of Joy stamp set. It is an online exclusive. As I said, you'll find it online. If you can't find it, let me know. I will help you. This is just the sweetest little stamp set, and I will show you the samples, and then we'll make one today. And then on my blog at KimPlaysWithPaper.com, be sure to watch all week for some other samples. I even have an idea for a 4th of July card, so we'll see if it works out. It does coordinate with the Sweet Jar Builder Punch, and this also coordinates with a stamp set, another stamp set, an all-occasion one in the online exclusives. Yeah, high winds and dust. I bet it's yucky. All right, so let's look at the samples. Let me know if you have questions, and then I will make one together so you can see some of the two-step stamping that's involved. All right, so this first card, I'm wishing you the sweetest Christmas. Crumb Cake. Hey, Kay, good morning. Thanks for popping in. Crumb Cake, real red with the mini corrugated embossing folder. And some peppermints. You guys, do you remember last year, these peppermints, they'd come in stock, they'd go out of stock. You know what? They are in stock in the online store. If you love these peppermints, I would go grab some. I have something to show you shortly that you'll just love. And that red and white, real red and white baker's twine, that is still in the store as well. So kind of two-step stamping here. There's one. All right, tried something, same color. As we go, you'll have to tell me if you are a traditionalist, if you like the red and greens, or if you like some of the other non-traditional that I have going on. Hey, I'm Brenda. I'm glad you have a couple of packages. I do too. I think I just ordered a couple more. So with this one, it was the crumb cake, and that's real red. And I did use the French pattern of friendship die as a background, some heat embossing with that. Oh, and some red glimmer paper. I think that's in the clearance, so you might want to grab some of that too. Fran, you're a traditionalist, so I don't know, does red and crumb cake, is that traditional? So there's another sample. I was trying all kinds of things. This is the same layout. Let's all gasp at once. How many peppermints did I use on this card? But I just had to. I just was wishing you the sweetest Christmas, peppermint sweet. I just thought that this card actually called for all those peppermints and some white heat embossing. I did buy the Reindeer Memories Scrapbooking Workshop kit last year, and I found a lot of holiday papers in there, and that is still available in the online store as well. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 18. I'm supposed to use an odd number. So anyway, there's that fun card. Tried something a little different with this one. This paper does come from that Reindeer Memories scrapbooking kit. Just trying to use the images from that stamp set in a different way. On the other cards, you noticed I used the jar. But this, I just pulled out that little snowman. I thought he was super cute. And then I grabbed the sentiment from the Choose Happy stamp set. So that's Pool Party. And I did find those papers, again, in the Reindeer Memories. And this is from the Meant to Be dies. So I just pulled out all my stuff and started working over the weekend. So let's see. So here's a real non-traditional. Oh, Dawn, I know. I knew there would be some gasping with the peppermints, but they're all available. I didn't hog them all. Go online, grab some. Hey, Deb, thanks so much for popping in, using the Jar of Joy stamp set from the online exclusives. So I loved, this is Smoky Slate and Bubble Bath with that pattern of friendship die and Petunia Pop. This Petunia Pop ribbon is just absolutely, it's a little sparkly. It's gorgeous. It's also an online exclusive. So seriously, you do want to check that out. Excuse me. Especially if you're really wanting to get started on your holiday cards and your Halloween. Our holiday catalog comes out to customers in early September. So these online exclusives will give you a really great opportunity to get started. And this is from, and I just put it in my blog and it just went away. So I will think of it. Hey, Kimberly, thanks so much for joining. All right. Again, I thought I would try something different outside the jar. So I just took the ornaments and stamped them across the front in real red and old olive along with the sentiment. And this designer series paper in the background is still available as well. Gosh, my memory is just, I will try to put in the comments what the designer series paper is. But it's holiday-ish, so it would be perfect for that. So instead of that gold paper here, I used a piece of old olive from the 6x6 in color paper pack. So this is from the Regals, the old olive. So that kind of gives you that holiday look as well. Another one with the jar. This also uses a piece of designer series paper from the 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. That's a different side to it. So this is Real Red, just a real simple card using the jar and some peppermints. Oh, you know what? These are the Spotlight on Nature dies. That's what those are. Just all of a sudden came to me, the Spotlight on Nature. So you'll have to tell me if you have any favorites. Here's another quick one with the Season of Elegance. Thank you, Fran. Thanks for coming to the rescue. Season of Elegance Designer Series paper, and that is that's available as well. So there are lots of things that can help you get started with your holiday crafting. This one I switched to Cherry Cobbler and the Pattern of Friendship dies. Some gold, sending a jar full of cheer. And then here's a little bit of a sneak peek. This product will be available beginning September with the September through December mini catalog. That Secret Sea Glimmer paper, the Designer Series paper, the gems. So I've just taken, oh, and the ribbon. I mean, the sparkly Secret Sea ribbon. Isn't that just gorgeous? So I just took out all my stuff and just started working. Just wanting to try to get you excited about the online exclusives and the Jar of Joy stamp set. Now I do have the pieces to make this card, and so I thought, I admit I did struggle with this image at first, so I don't want you to struggle, so I thought maybe I would help you, show you the steps that I used to get that image. So I'm using crumb cake paper, early espresso, and Real Red, and just know that you can try any combination of colors that work best for you with that. So you can see I first stamped the solid gingerbread image in early espresso. So let's do that. So you can see how that goes. And I'll show you the tips I used to do that. I think I have enough ink on there, so I'm just gonna press down evenly and firmly here to try to get that a good. Sometimes if I can't, then I know that I need to re-ink my pad. So that worked out pretty well. So then I struggled with getting this red piece on, the red little, his bow tie and his star. So actually what I did is, I'll show you what I did. I took my stamp, I'll try to be a little more gentle, and I actually placed my stamp on the image. So that looks about right. I'm using his bow tie and the two little buttons and then that inside of the star. So then I'm going to place my block on top. This is what just the greatest thing about the photopolymer. I'll place my block on top, and then I'm going to have more of a good chance of getting that in the spot I want. And if you have a stamp positioning tool, you would be sure to have that in that same place every single time. Hey, Jill, thanks so much for popping on. We're using the Jar of Joy stamp set from Stampin' Up's online exclusives. All right, I'm going to find that tie and the two little buttons and that star, and I'm going to stamp. So that's how I got that image there. And again, remember, you can use any colors that you want. I was experimenting with colors, and I just settled on the crumb cake as the background, and gingerbread cookies, probably crumb cake. Pecan pie would work, crumb cake. And then here's the outline of my jar. Fran, you have all kinds of really great ideas. All right, so there's my jar. I did not get the little guy as well as I wanted him to, but that's why I have a big strip. I can keep I can keep stamping until I get the exact one I want. So the next best thing here is to use our coordinating punch. And it fits just perfectly in here. So now we have our jar, and then I did have a little piece of red so I can make the lid that's separate. And we'll use real red for that. And you could see the lids. Sometimes I used glimmer paper or silver. I used silver once. Hey, Noreen, thanks for popping in. So I only need a little bit of a scrap. So I just did tone on tone, real red on real red for the lid. And what's so really fun is that there are no right or wrong answers here. You can do whatever you feel like doing. You can be go as wild and crazy on your jar as you want and fill it with whatever you like. So I'm just going to put that in my, and we've got our jar. So that, I hope that that helps you when you're trying to stamp. But I just love all the different images that you can put in the jar, and you can even use some of these separately if you want to. It doesn't have to be in the jar. All right, so I did use the piece of crumb cake that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored and folded and burnished at 4.25. It's fun to get some of the colors out of the that I haven't used in a bit. And crumb cake's one of them. I'm not really sure why. All right, and then I did start with a 5.25 by 4 piece of real red, and I ran it through the mini corrugated embossing folder. That's just so fun. It just gives it a neat little texture, and I am going to try to use glue. Yep, it's coming out. Good. I wasn't sure. Sometimes it gets a little clogged up. But sometimes with these, this 3D embossing folder, it does have a lot of, it has a lot of crinkle to it, but it has a lot where your tape runner might not go well in. It will work, or double-sided tape, but the glue will. It gives me a sec just to see if I can get it with that 1/4 inch all the way around. And this is a real easy card. Once you get started, if you have all the pieces and you get all the stamping done, there's really not that much to it. And then I have another piece of crumb cake, and that's die cut with the Textured Notes dies. They are have been on my go-to list. You can see, if you looked at some of the samples, some of the things you just use over and over because you really like them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Use what you love. Well, I just made a serious mistake on this one, didn't I? Can anybody guess what that was? I didn't stamp that image before I put it on the card. And with that wrinkly corrugated, what are the chances I can get that stamped? Let's see. See what happens. Let's see how... You know what, and you just kind of keep going. If there are some days when I just say to myself, step away from the stamps and go do something else until it comes out the way you want. So we'll just see if we get, I can already tell it's a little light, but no, it works perfectly. There we go. No harm done. Can work with it. At the very least, I could use my heat gun and take it off and stamp and then put it back on. But we don't need to do that. All right, the next little piece to put the jar lid on, and there are probably several different ways to do this, but I did put some glue dots on the back of that lid, like 3, and kind of, I don't want them to stick out, and I just set them gently on the top of that jar. And then I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. So I will put the dimensionals on top of my glue dots. And that will help. That will also help that jar and the lid stay in place. What do you guys think of this stamp set? Is it something you'd consider? Do you love it? Do you not like it? There are other holiday options in the online exclusive, so be sure to check that out. All right. And then just kind of, I'd like to put that on a little bit of an angle. And then our peppermints, look, a brand new package of peppermints. Again, these are available. Run over and get some. These were just so fun and so popular last year that I'm glad that they carried over and gives us an opportunity to start fresh in July with these fun crafting products. Now with this jar, I've been trying to, in my mind, I have an idea for a shaker card, but I'm still trying to figure that out. So if anyone sees a shaker card using some peppermints and the jar, I think that would be fabulous. All right. Well, Beth, I'm glad you were inspired. It's super fun. And I think it holds some really good value because of the other stamp set that coordinates with this Sweet Jar Builder Punch. So I'm just going to need about, I don't know, 8 inches of this is the real red and white linen thread. I'll tie a quick bow. And then we'll give the jar just a little bit of embellishment. Just something a little fun. So, and then I will put, hey Vicki, thanks for popping in today. And then I just rolled up a little glue dot and I'm going to put that on the back of the bow and put it on my well, okay, but easier said than done this morning. All right, and a little bit of a trim. All right, and there we have it, a finished using the Jar of Joy new stamp set along with the Sweet Jar Builder Punch. If I'm going to run through my samples real quick in case you joined me a little later. You could always watch the replay and you can find some samples and other information on my blog. So I will just kind of let me gather. I threw them all over the table in a rush and I will try to just show you some of the other samples as I go. Cherry Cobbler. Oh, there's Night of, well, that's Secret Sea. I love blues. So, hey, Rita, thanks for popping in. Another fun one. Wishing you the sweetest Christmas. Here's a non-traditional. Mr. Snowman, happy winter. We could use some coolness here in Arizona today. And there's all those peppermints, 18 peppermints. Some heat embossing. The ornaments without the jar, and then another one with the Season of Elegance Designer Series paper. So there we have our first Christmas in July. I hope that you enjoyed all these samples and the card. Cherry Cobbler's your favorite. I brought out the very vanilla and thought, oh man, I'm glad it just was just a gorgeous, and add some gold. You can't go wrong. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining me. I do appreciate you being here. Have a great rest of your day, week, and weekend. And for those celebrating in the United States, enjoy, be safe. And until next time, everyone, happy stamping. Bye-bye.